I challenge you to a presentation! I'm Nathanael Namias, 20 years old and have lived in Florida all my life, and as long as I can remember, I've been a huge fan of gaming. The ability to fabricate a world tailored to the players always fascinated me, and I wanted to be a part of that creative process. And more than any other game series, the world of Pokemon was easily the most impactful to my path where I am today. After many years of uncertainty that I could become involved in making games, I found a school called Full Sail University that has set me on the path that has led me to meet you all here today. The first game I ever played was your first installment to the Pokemon series, Pokemon Blue, and my favorite game of all time was actually Pokemon Fire Red. So it's an understatement to say that the first generation of Pokemon was a huge factor in starting my love for gaming, and I want to also be able to inspire young minds with the romanticized sense of adventure that the Pokemon games can create. And I believe that I can put in the same passion into making new games as the passion used when you all began to create the series. So I use that passion to fuel my work at Full Sail University in order to make my dreams reality. I spent a total of 20 months honing my skills under the Full Sail regimen in pursuit of my goal. I believe that the three most important classes in relation to the jobs you are looking to fill would be my environmental art, advanced game characters, and game animation classes. The environmental art class, as you could probably guess from the name, focuses on creating the environment of a game. However, the class specifically taught me how to apply assets in the game engine to create environments in which visuality and functionality work in tandem. The advanced game characters class expanded my sculpture techniques to create fully fleshed out characters and focused on allowing me to add my own unique traits to the characters. I also learned how to adhere to the game engine limitations in relation to the topology and materials used. The game animation classes start off with me developing an understanding of the basics of animation as well as its relation to the game industry due to the game engine advantages and limitations. After learning anatomy, rigging constraints, and reusability of animation within aspects of the game, I then moved on to game animation 2. In the class, I was then introduced to the process of creating in-game cinematics and cutscenes, as well as developing characters through practicing acting and performance. These classes have helped me develop skills in the field of gaming art and animation, and I believe that taking these classes have made me a great asset for any video game animation team. Pokemon has always had incredible looking sprites, even in the older games. With my development due to the advanced game characters classes, I can create impressive sprites for characters, Pokemon, and more, alongside the other members of the team. Due to the environmental class, I can also work well with other teams working on a game, since I can make sure that the environment's appearance is spectacular as well as make sure the map's functionality is not hindered. And lastly, as I'm sure you're all fully aware, Pokemon has been making changes such as including animated intros, moves, cutscenes, and even entirely new game functions into the series as technology has improved. And since technology never ceases to increase in quality and progression, neither should the quality and progression of the games that you create. So, you will need new members who have the ability and the desire to constantly progress, improve, and push forward. But, I don't want to defeat you, I want to help you. So let me lend a helping hand. I want Game Freak to continue what they have been doing for many years, creating adventures for all people to enjoy around the world. I want the company that brought me so much fascination as a child to continue doing so for the children that will come into this world-seeking adventure. The absolute most important thing that I want you all to take from my presentation is that I support the actions of Game Freak 100%, as I always have, and I am not only qualified but have a strong desire to take part in creating those adventures. Thank you all for listening to my presentation. Now let's continue moving forward, making our dreams reality, because the only ones who can turn our fantasy into truth is us.